This middle-aged guy never saw it coming. The sweet cashier he'd been secretly crushing on turned out to be the exact same person as the sexy woman who hung out with him during smoke breaks. On the clock, she came across as soft and adorable, but the moment she clocked out, her whole energy flipped into something bold, sharp, and unapologetically fierce. That's exactly why Leo never put two and two together. He was your classic corporate burnout, ground down by the grind year after year. The one thing that kept him going each day was stopping by the neighborhood supermarket to see Sophia, the sweet-natured store clerk. Just catching her smile was enough to melt the stress right off him. But today, Leo was in worse shape than usual. Even when Sophia flashed her signature smile and gave him a heads up that chips would be half off tomorrow, he just stood there completely unmoved, looking like a man who'd already checked out of life. Sophia thought that was strange. Any other day, Leo would have lit up and thanked her for the tip. Looks like even her usual charm wasn't going to pull him out of his funk today. Meanwhile, Leo slipped out to the back of the supermarket for a smoke, but the laid-back beauty who usually hung around back there was nowhere to be found. Just as he was about to head out, someone poked him from behind. In a flash, Sophia transformed into Emma. She hadn't even had time to tie her hair back. All of it, just to help Leo shake off whatever was weighing him down. Leo clearly had a lot on his mind, so to get him talking, Emma mentioned that Sophia had been genuinely worried about him. That finally cracked a small smile out of Leo. He sighed and said Sophia really was the sweetest, most thoughtful girl, and he made sure to thank Emma, too, for passing the message along. That's when Leo noticed Emma's hair was still loose. She must have rushed over just to tell me. Emma heard that and immediately got annoyed. She blew a puff of smoke straight into his face.
髪がこうなったのは誰かっただけ。伝えてあげたのは教えてあげる生意気だから。
Tying up her hair as she spoke. Seriously, this guy is so clueless, and yet he still has the nerve to be smug about it. The word clueless hit a nerve. Leo couldn't help but bring up something that had been eating at him earlier that day. He'd made a fresh out of college girl burst into tears. She'd made a mistake, and he'd only meant to comfort her, but instead she broke down sobbing right there in front of everyone. His boss had already chewed him out over it. Emma listened and shrugged it off. She didn't think it was that big a deal. Leo's company had insane overtime culture, so of course people were under pressure. Besides, the girl was probably brand new, right? She just hadn't had enough time to figure out that Leo was actually one of the good ones. Leo appreciated the kind words, but he couldn't help thinking if it had been Sophia, she never would have scared a new employee like that. Emma pushed back. That wasn't quite right. If anything, Sophia was more likely to get walked all over than to intimidate anyone. Leo didn't quite get what she meant by that. To him, Sophia was remarkable, even pulling late shifts. She always kept that smile going, and never made a weird middle-aged guy like him feel unwelcome. Emma rolled her eyes and explained that the supermarket put everyone through strict smile training. But even after hearing all that, Leo still couldn't read the room. He just laughed and said he never expected Emma to have such an adorable side. Done with his obliviousness, Emma snuffed out her cigarette, reached over, and used her fingers to physically pull the corners of his mouth into a smile. Leo quickly apologized for laughing at her. Sophia, well, Emma just shook her head. The next day, the new grad came looking for Leo on her own. She told him her head had been a total mess the day before, and she was sorry for making him look like the bad guy. Leo thought back to what Emma had said the night before. He gave the girl a small smile and told her not to worry about it. She could come to him anytime she had questions. With that off his chest, Leo was back to his old self. After work, he made his way back to the supermarket.